So, good day everyone. I am Tulang, and for today's video, we are going to discuss the length of the curve, surface area, and centroids. So first is the application of integration, but this time we are going to discuss the length of the curve. So in this topic, our objectives is to understand how to find the length of the curve. So we have the principles and concept. So we have, let's draw the graph. So let's assume that this is the curve. Then this is the interval. This is A and this is B. And then, assuming that this is the strip, then from the strip going to the x-axis is the y, and then from the y-axis going to the strip, that is the x. So this is the length. So this is the length, and then this is the dx. So if we move this strip, this is dl, this is the dy, and dx. So to solve the length, we are going to use the Pythagorean theorem. So let's erase this first. So we have dl squared is equal to dx squared plus dy squared over, if we divide it by dx squared. So we have dl over dx is equal to dx over dx squared plus dy over dx. So you see this is understood as 1, and this is the curve y prime. So we have dl over dx is equal to the square root of 1 plus y prime squared. So we have dl is equal to square root of, if we transpose dx here, this will become dl is equals to 1 plus y prime squared dx. So the length is equal to the integration of a to b square root of 1 plus y prime squared dx. So this is for the x values. So let's have the y values. So let's divide it by y. It's equal to dx squared plus dy squared divided by dy squared. We have dl over dy is equal to dx over dy squared plus dy over dy is equal to 1. So we have dl is equal to x squared x prime plus 1 dy. So we have the length is equal to the integration of a to b square root of 1 plus x prime squared dy. So this is for y and this is for x. So let's have an example. So we have example number 1 is find the length of the curve y is equal to x raised to 3 halves from y is equal to 0 to y is equal to 5. So let's draw the graph. So the y is equal to x raised to 3 halves is this will look like. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 5. So this point is y is equals to x raised to 3 halves. And then this area is x is equals to f of x so we will find the length of our curve. So we have y is equals to x raised to 3 halves raised to 2 halves 2/3 I mean. So we have y raised to 2/3 is equal to x and x is equal to y raised to 2/3. So we have the length that is equal to the integration of a to b square root of 1 plus dx over dy squared dy, or we can write it as x prime. So we have dx over dy is equal to 2/3 dy y I mean y, and then we have to square it, so we have dx over dy is equals to 2/3 y squared I raised to negative 1/2 squared. So let's erase first and continue the solution. So we have now dx over dy squared is equal to 4 over 9 y raised to 2/3, negative 2/3. So let's substitute. So remember that we have the formula equals to the integration of a to b square root of 1 plus dx over dy squared dy. So let's substitute. We have length is equal to the integration of a y0 to 5 square root of 1 plus 4 over 9 y raised to 2/3, negative 2/3 dy. So we'll factor out this. So we have 4 over 9 y raised to negative 2/3 multiplied by square root of 9/4 y 2/3 plus 1 dy. So we have the length is equal to integration of 0 to 5 2/3 y raised to negative 1/3 square root of 4 over 9 y raised to 2/3 plus 1 dy. So in this case we will let u, so we have let u is equal to 9 over 4, this is 9 over 4 y raised to 2/3 plus 1, and du is equal to 9/4 2/3 y raised to 2/3 minus 3/3 I mean dy. So we have to multiply this by 2/3. So we have 2/3 du is equals to 3/2 y raised to negative 1/3 dy. So we have 2/3 du is equal to y raised to negative 3 dy. So let's continue this. So we have equal to 2/3 integration of 0 to 5 2/3 du, this, and square root of our u. So we have a is equal to a multiplied by the 0 is equal to 4 over 9 multiplied by 0 raised to 2/3 plus 1 is equal to 1. And then for our b is 5. We have 4 over 9 multiplied by 5 2/3 plus 1 is equal to 7.5790. So let's erase and continue again. So we have the length is equal to 4 over 9 integration of, so let's write it again, a, the value of 809 and 4 over 9, 0 2/3 plus 1 is equal to 1, and for the b is equal to 4 over 9, 5 2/3 plus 1 is equal to 7.5790. So here the integration is 1 to 7.579. We have u raised to 1/2 or d squared of u du. So we have 4 over 9 2u raised to 3 halves over 3. So we have integration of 1 to 7.579. So we have 8 over 27, because 4 times 2 is 8 and 9 times 3 is 27, and 7.579 raised to 3 halves minus 1 raised to 3 halves is equal to 5 oh sorry equal to 5.8859. So the value of our the length of our curve is 5.8859. So let's move to our second topic, which is the surface area. So the concept is this. So we have to draw the curve and point here. So assuming that this is the A and this is B. So we have to draw here the strip. So this is the X, this is the X, and then the height is Y. So in this graph we have two, so this is look like a shell, and then here for the strip, so this is the area, and then this is also the area, but we will solve the area of the strip. So we have, this is rotating to the x-axis, AOR. And then this is y is equals to f of x. So if you remove this, we have so this is the surface. So we have to put y because that is the height, and then the thickness of this strip is our dx, and the length of the strip is this dl. So we have to cut it here and draw a rectangular. So we have to label it as dl, and this is the 2 pi y. 2 pi y. Yes, 2 pi y. And then the area of this is the DSA, differential surface area, is equal to 2 pi y dl. So we have DSA is equal to 2 pi y squared of 1 plus y prime squared dx. Or this is for the x and this is for y. Two pi y is equal to 1 plus x prime squared dy. So in this topic, we are going to have an example for the x. So we have surface area is equal to the integration of a to b 2 pi y squared of 1 plus y prime squared dx. So let's have an example. So example, we have find the surface area of y is equals to square root of 4 minus x squared from x is equal to negative 1 to x is equal to 1. So we have to plot the graph. So this will look like a half of a circle. So this is negative 1, this is 1. And then we have to draw like that. And the area that we are going to solve is this. So the distance from the x-axis going to the curve is dr, and it will rotate to the x-axis. So r is equals to y, or the height. We have r x is equal to square root of 4 minus x squared. And f of x is equal to 4 minus x squared raised to 1/2. So we have f prime is equal to 1/2 quantity 4 minus x squared raised to negative 1/2 minus 2x So 1/2 and 2x, we will eliminate this. So we have f prime x is equals to negative x over square root of 4 minus x squared. So that is equal to, we have to cross out this, so we have the value of x squared over 4 minus x squared. So we have 2 pi integration of negative 1 to 1 square root of 4 minus x squared square root of 1 plus x squared dx. X squared over 4 minus x squared dx. So we have 2 pi integration of negative 1 to 1 square root of 4 minus x squared plus x squared dx. So let's continue it here. So we have we have 2 pi integration of negative 1 to 1 square root of 4 dx. That is equal to 2 pi square root of negative 1 to 1 2 dx. And so let's erase first and continue the solution. So we have 2 pi integration of negative 1 to 1 2 dx. So here is 2 pi 2x negative 1 to 1 is equal to 4. 2 times 2 is 4 pi x integration of negative 1 to 1. So we have 4 pi negative 1 minus positive 1 minus negative 1 is equal to 4 pi, that is 2. Negative times negative is positive, so 1 plus 1 is equals to 2, and that is equal to 4 times 2 is 8 pi. So this is the final answer for our example in surface area. So let's move to the next topic. So the next topic is the centroid. So the concept of centroid is this: y-axis and the x-axis. So this is the curve, and this is the A to B so we will make a strip. So we have the center, so this is the centroid. this is our centroid. So this is YC, this is XC. So this is the area, and then the height of this strip is Y, and then we have the dx, the thickness of our strip, and this is dx, and then this is the y is equals to f of x. So if we remove this, we have this is the centroid. So we have the height from the centroid going down is the YC, and then the height of the centroid is the Y, and then the area of this is the A. Differential area is equals to y dx. So YC is equals to the A area minus the YC over the area total. That is equal to the integration of y, half of y dx over integration of a to b y dx. So in xc, so we will write it here, xc is equals to a is equal minus xc over the area total is equal to integral of x y dx over integration of y dx. So let's have an example. So we have example the centroid of the area under the curve y is equals to 4 sine x from x is equals to 0 to x is equals to pi. So we have so we have 4 here, and then so let's make a curve like that, and then the strip, we'll draw the strip. So we have the centroid of the area. So this is the area and this is the centroid. So this is the vertical strip. So we have the dx and dx. So this is pi. If you continue here, you will have 2 pi. And then x-axis, y-axis. So the height of the vertical strip is your y, and the height of the vertical strip, and the from the centroid going to the x-axis, that is the YC, or the centroid of the strip. And then this is the distance from the y-axis going to the centroid, that is the XC. So YC are equal to y half. So if you remove this, you will have, this is the centroid, y dx. So the area is equals to y dx. Area is integration of y dx. So y bar, to clarify, y bar and x bar is the centroid of the total area. So if you see this YC and XC, that is the centroid of the strip. So let's go back. Y bar is equals to A multiplied by YC over a area total. That is equal to integration of 0 to pi y half, or the YC, y dx over the area total, or the integration of 0 to pi y dx. So we have y bar is equal to integration of 0 to pi 1/2, and then let's put the y value, that is 4 sine x squared dx over integration of 0 to pi 4 sine x dx. So we have here, if you input this in your calculator, the integration of 0 to pi 1/2 multiplied by 4 sine x squared dx, that is 0.2517 over the integration of 0 to pi 4 sine x dx, that is 0.3444. So if you divide that, we will have is equal to 0.7308, or we can write it as 0.731 if you round off it.